Look at our space. This is a top performance! Look at our space!
I think the message from Wright is loud and clear. It is not done. I think we heard that.
Ooh, it's not done.
We're happy with that performance.
To be honest, Al, it was like I said, it was a great game for us, especially the first goal. But, you know, listening to people saying about the boys of like experienced players have not turned up in games, not done well since we got knocked out of Europe, simply because of a few hiccupy results at a time of the season where people are putting under pressure. I think that kind of result, going to that St James's Park at this stage of the season against a Newcastle side in the best form of the season at the right time for them and beating them is an unbelievable result for us.
You need a sip of water. Have one, and we'll get some reaction from inside the Arsenal dressing room. Jorginho, and first of all, the captain, Martin Odegaard.
Guys, well done. Martin, every question that's been asked about this team in the last few weeks, did you answer them all and more with that?
I think we chose something special today. To come here and win is not easy. The way we did it as well. We had to be very smart. We have to be a bit ugly at times. And I think this is a big step for us, a young team coming here and doing all the things we do. I think it's shows we've come a long way.
Jorginho, how are those legs?
Kind of. It will be better tomorrow and the day after, I think. But the most important that we go home with 3 points. That what we wanted. And we know this league. We know sometimes we can't win every game playing beautiful football the way we want. And I'm really pleased to see our team can play this kind of games, understand that sometimes it's not possible, it's not easy to go through just with passes, and sometimes you need to fight. And I'm very proud of the team, the way it fought into the end.
They certainly did. And they took the lead, of course, after that reversal of the penalty in the first half. 15th of the season without a single penalty for Martin Odegaard.
Brilliant season. Cesc Fabregas levels, talking to him, you know how great he was, but you can see where too much time and too much space for somebody who does find that, you know, that kind of scenario, gets that time and space. You can see Joe Linton's too late, and that going through the legs has caused Nick Pope all sorts of problems. You can see it here. You see Joe Linton, he should have been already on his way out there. He should have been there, so then by the time this gets to Odegaard, or you dissuade him from passing to Odegaard, you're closer, not close enough, and then bam, that's enough. That's enough time, it's enough space.
I thought Arsenal's midfield were really good today. When you go up against Bruno, Joe Linton and Willock, particularly at St James's Park, you've got to be brave, you've got to be strong, you've got to be ready for the fight that you're going to have. And I thought they stood up to it really well today. Really impressed with their midfield.
Newcastle did start both halves very quickly. Second half at 1-0.
Yep.
Again, a little bit more composure. There were fine lines today, weren't they?
Yeah, there were, but when you get your chances, you've got to take them against the best teams, and Newcastle didn't today. They started really well, they hit the post. I thought tad unlucky with the penalty being overturned as it was, but then you get chances again in the second half. Then this one again. I mean, yes, that's a really good save, but it should be in the back of the net. It's a good ball in. Look, you're in the middle of the goal. You can go either side of the goalkeeper, but you go basically straight at him. And that was the difference when Arsenal had theirs. I mean, that is a wonderful tackle as well from Xhaka, wasn't it, coming back all that way?
Yeah,
Willock's just about to pull the trigger there. Last-ditch tackle, and I thought they did really well there midfield.
Yeah, Arsenal saw Newcastle hit the woodwork in the first 3 minutes of both halves. Yeah. And then this sealed it in the end. Shearer was involved at one end and then ultimately Wrighty at the other.
Well, this is what I was hoping that Arsenal would do. You can soak up the pressure. You know that Newcastle are going to continue to come, and then try and get yourself in a situation where this kind of situation, one-on-one, you're going in, yes, you get a bit of luck there, but you're capable of soaking that pressure up, and you've got the players, you've got the pace, you've got the capability to go up the other end. And as much as this is very fortunate because it's come off of Shearer, this is what you're capable of doing, because Newcastle have to go at you, and you have to be able to get the ball, get the other end, and hurt them. And that's what we've done there, and that really did take the wind out of Newcastle's sails.
Yeah. No, Newcastle had to push on. They had to go in search of that goal, and always going to leave situations where they were going to be one-on-one. They did then, and again, they got punished.
So Arsenal have kept their title hopes alive. The situation is now they're within 1 point of City. City have 4 to play. Arsenal have 3 to play. Let's remind you who exactly they do play. Arsenal, of course, concentrating on those 3 remaining Premier League games, at home to Brighton, away at Forest, and at home to Wolves. City with Everton away, sandwiched in between the 2 Champions League semi-finals against Real Madrid. Then Chelsea at home, Brighton away, Brentford away, and, of course, the cup final at Wembley against Manchester United. Are you seeing any chink of light at the end of the tunnel when you look at City's fixtures?
Absolutely, especially with that performance there. We have to win those 3 games, Brighton, Nottingham Forest and Wolves. But yes, you have to fancy them to beat Everton. But then
they didn't at home.
No, they didn't.
And they lost to Brentford at home.
Yeah, so you're looking at that. I can see something. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's wishful thinking, but I can see something. Whether it's Brighton or Brentford, you only need one of those games where they only get a point or they lose a game, and then, like I say, Arsenal know what they've got to do. They've got to win the games. So that's all you can focus on.
Yeah, they've done their job today. It's what they had to do. It was always going to be a tough game for them. What they've said to Man City now is over to you. Tough fixtures for them. It's Everton away, Brighton, Brentford. They're not easy games, particularly when you're fighting on 3 fronts, and also with maybe the biggest in their mind in terms of the Champions League.
Yeah.
And you're going up against one of the giants in Real Madrid, so you just never know. Arsenal have done what they had to do today, and they've gone, right, over to you now, guys.
Yep, positive day for Arsenal.